Hey guys, so today I'm filming a video. This is very random. I was not planning on filming, obviously. As you can tell, I'm like not made up, but I'm just really mad and upset, and I wanted to make a rant video because I feel like this is something that you guys need to know about if you're not on Twitter or you're not on Tumblr, and you know YouTube's like the only way you hear about like K-pop related things. I feel like you have a right to know about this because I really want us to be able to help out the people that were affected by this. So linked down in the description of this video will be the petition thing, but I'm going to kind of explain as much as I can because this didn't affect me. But as K-pop fans, I feel like it's our right to help out our fellow K-pop fans. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you guys basically what happened in as much detail as I know. Like I said, I was not there. I don't know what happened exactly, but I do know what I've seen from people on Twitter and Tumblr and what they've been posting, and it makes me mad. So yeah, so basically if you didn't know, BTS was having this tour that was through a couple cities, and it was sponsored by this company called TGM, and people keep texting me, I'm sorry. They basically, it was like a concert slash like a fashion show kind of deal. So basically you bought like a t-shirt if you wanted to go to the concert, and then there was like high touch and photo passes that you could get. So I had heard earlier this week about how in San Francisco, where they did one of the concerts, it was kind of a hot mess, super unorganized, and they were having one in Atlanta tonight. So when I got on Twitter after getting off of work, the first thing I saw was people just angry, and I did not know why. So I was like doing my research, I was like going through what they said, and basically the company like oversold tickets, so there was not enough capacity for all the seats they sold. So basically if there were like 1,000 seats, they sold like at least 100 more than there were. So people that were waiting in line, you know, that didn't get in the door, were told you can't come in because there's no seats, there's nothing, you can't get in. And that in itself is messed up, because if you are running a show, if you are having a concert, there are ways that you can keep track of how many people the venue allows. There are ways, I know there are ways, I have been to shows in much smaller like areas, like where I live for school, like the city I live in, they have concerts all the time at like clubs, at like little places, and they can keep track of it. So I don't know why, if you're organizing this event that you know is going to be decently sized, you wouldn't keep track of that. I'm sure there's some way. I'm sure that the place that they were holding it at, you know, told them how many seats there were. So I don't know why they weren't able to keep track of that. I have no idea. That's beyond me. I couldn't even tell you. There are numerous ways that they can do that. There are websites that you can use to do that. So I have no idea why they didn't do that. But that's beyond the point. So like I said, these 100 plus people didn't get into the concert. So because they didn't get into the concert, they told them essentially, you can have a high touch and a group photo with BTS. Okay, I guess in a way maybe that kind of for some people could make up for it if they didn't buy that. But what about people that maybe bought high touches, group passes, bought all this stuff? So you're just giving them what they've already bought. Now granted, they did tell them they were going to give them a refund, but what I would like to say about that is, really fast, there were sheets of paper that I saw posted on Twitter, people had posted. They gave them these sheets of paper that were printed out and said, we were overbooked, and here, if you fill this out, you'll get a refund. Why did y'all have these printed out? Because obviously if you had them printed out beforehand, you knew you oversold it. So why, instead of doing that, would you not tell people, hey, we're overbooked beforehand? Before people made drives, before people, you know, made plans, people did all this, why would you not do that? And this is just another thing of an example of how you should keep track of how many seats there are. Obviously, you know how many shirts you sold, you know how many of this stuff that you sold. You know all this. So why would you not keep that in track and in line with how many seats are available in the actual venue? Like I don't understand. So, like I said, they told them they could have these high touches and whatever. So these 100 plus fans, you know, go, and they're expecting to get a high touch and a group photo as compensation for not getting to go into the concert. And what happens to these people? they get told that BTS has already left, so they will not be getting the high touch, they will not be getting the group photo. So essentially they got nothing. They made the trip to Atlanta from wherever they were. They stood in the line in the cold, in the rain. I'm telling you right now, I live in the South. The weather is horrendous this week. It's cold. It's terrible. I hate it. I don't even like walking to my car from my house in this weather. So much less would I want to stand in the rain for 4.5 hours to be told, oh, by the way, yeah, there's nothing for you. So beyond unprofessional, I cannot even describe. So of course people are mad and people are posting on Twitter. So this is where I start to see all this stuff. I start to see videos of people. I see the apology that they gave, which sounded so insincere, honestly. I don't even know. If you were going to have somebody give an apology, you should have picked someone that sounded more sincere than the guy. He sounded like, he said something like, everybody, like, there's, like, mistakes were made, we know we made a mistake. I'm like, this is not a mistake. This is a mistake that could have been avoided. This is not something where you I don't even know what to compare this to. This is not a mistake. A mistake is like burning your toast or something. I don't know. This is not a mistake. This is something that could have been 100% avoided if you were more organized. And I have like, there's this thing that I saw on Twitter. It was like, for San Francisco, they said like general admission people, like people that didn't pay, that just paid the regular admission, got better seats than the people that paid for the VIP tickets. You know, there was like stuff with the high touch. In Houston, it said things were unorganized. It says that people were yelled at for taking too long. Apparently they ran out of posters, so BTS like signed pieces of paper for the fans instead of posters. And then, like I said, 100 plus people in Atlanta were denied entry and all that. So it's just a hot mess of stuff that has happened with this company, and people are mad. And there's apparently something with like Eric Nam, his concert, and I think they got canceled. I'm not really sure. It's also down in like I think it's in the description of the petition, but that's the thing. People have made a petition because they're pissed and they want their money back, and I don't blame them, because if you paid all that money, you should be getting it back. Quite frankly, the company should get sued, and I'm not going to be surprised if they do. I'm not surprised if K-pop artists don't want to work with them after this mess. So that's why I want to make this video, so you guys would know about the petition in case you don't, because if you don't use Twitter or Tumblr, you might not see it. So I'm going to link it down below, and please sign it. Even if you're not a fan of BTS, even if this doesn't affect you, it didn't affect me, but it made me mad because I know how I would feel. Put yourself into the situation if it was your favorite group and this happened to you. It's so hard for K-pop fans that are international because you don't get to see them on a daily. You get lucky if they come. I know that I wanted to see VIX when they were in Orlando this past summer, but I didn't get to because I don't live that close to Orlando, and it was just really unfortunate. So it's so hard, and if you get the opportunity, you want to go. And just imagine how heartbreaking it would be for you if you were standing out there in the line thinking you were going to see your favorite group only to be turned away. It makes me mad. I'm angry about it. These girls are, girls and guys, a lot of people are probably younger than me, and that makes me mad because I know my sister, she wanted to go to this concert, and if this had happened to her, I would be so mad. Like, I would flip. Like, I would be so angry. So just, if you can, take time, sign the petition, and yeah, I'm just really angry and mad about it. And I just thought you guys should know. So if you didn't know about it, there's tons of stuff on Twitter. You can go on Twitter or Tumblr and look it up, and you will see stuff about it. I just wanted to put it out here in case you guys didn't use either of those social medias or stuff. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. This is my rant. I'm so sorry if this happened to you guys. I am so sorry, and I can only imagine how crappy the situation is. And if you know any more details and you want to give me more details in the comments, feel free to. I just wanted to put this out here for people who might not know about it. And also because I was angry and I've been ranting on Twitter. So, alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Hopefully it will be a lot more positive. Bye guys.